So reviews for The Flash have officially been released. Let's go and talk about it. So there was a screening for The Flash that happened at Cinemacon, which is very interesting because they showed a unfinished version of the movie. The visual effects weren't done, and this is crazy how many positive reviews I've seen for this movie, especially from some people that I follow in particular, and some of them even have critiques about a lot of DC movies in general. It's just crazy to me to think that this potentially could be one of the greatest comic book movies or DC movies of all time. So let me go ahead and read some of these. I got my phone right here. Let's get into these. We have Joe Blow, which I follow a lot. Just out of #The Flash at Cinemacon. Believe the hype, folks. Truly one of the greatest superhero movies. Ezra Miller ×2, which is already dangerous enough. Sasha Calle and Michael Keaton. It's pretty perfect and one of the best films of this type you could ever hope to see. Very positive, Joe Blow, very positive. And coming from Joe Blow, that's a really good review. And yeah, that's something I heard commonly, is that Ezra Miller is actually really, really good in this movie, which despite all the stuff that happened with him, I mean, he's not a bad actor. That's something I can't say for a fact. I can disconnect him from the character and say in that regard, yeah, he's a great actor. It's just, again, I just don't want to see him as my Flash after this movie. Dorian Parks. After 30 years, Michael Keaton returns as Batman, and his appearance in #The Flash movie is a true highlight. He delivers insanely awesome scenes with great nods to his previous time in the role. He is one of the true standouts of the film. I knew a lot of these reviews would be talking about Michael Keaton's Batman. I mean, because it's Michael Keaton's Batman. That's one thing that I can say, is that even with some issues I have with his version of the character, he's never been a bad Batman at all. As a matter of fact, arguably he could be the best version of the character. It's just that some aspects to his writing I never agreed with, but I never doubted for a second he would be great in this movie. We have another one from Scott Menzel. The Flash is hands down one of the best superhero films of all time. No joke, The Flash is the ultimate movie-going experience, as it is a little bit of everything. Action, emotion, heart, humor, and plenty of nostalgia. Ezra Miller is phenomenal as dual Barry Allens. Michael Keaton and Sasha Calle are also very good. This is a film that audiences will be watching over and over again. Oh, and avoid all the spoilers you can for the movie, because there are some really incredible surprises that will truly blow you away. I cannot wait to see this film again. #The Flash. Yeah, I've heard that there's going to be a lot of surprises in this movie. I do have a couple ideas of what some of those surprises are going to be, but I'm not going to say them because I don't want to potentially ruin the movie for you. But yes, I heard that this movie does, in fact, get very, very crazy.
Let's get nuts.
We have another one from Scott Mans. The Flash is awesome. One of the very best DC movies. A perfect blend of action, heart, and humor. So many wow and chilling induced moments that longtime DC films, I just say films, fans will love. Ezra Miller is superb, twice actually, and Michael Keaton's still got it. #The Flash. Chris E. Hayner, I don't know what to say other than #The Flash, delivered more than I could have hoped. The acting is beyond great. Keaton delivers everything you want. Supergirl is my new favorite superhero, ? I'm genuinely shocked this movie meets and surpasses the hype. I never expected that. Now, all these seem very positive. Even John Campea. I did watch John Campea and Robert Burnett's review of this movie when Cinemacon ended, and they were praising the daylights out of the movie. Now, they did say that this isn't the best superhero movie ever made, but they said it's a really, really good one, and they can see why a lot of people would think that. But with that being said, let me try and find some negative reviews for this movie, because I've just seen nothing but positive reviews, which is crazy because normally when I look at these things, I normally see multiple bad reviews. I had to track it down and I only found one. There may be a couple that pop up here and there after a couple of days, but I've only found one so far. Scott Mendelson. First act is solid, but #The Flash movie gets bogged down in exposition, retroactive origin rehashes with eventually empty spectacle, and aggressively reminds you the very movie that got WB into his mess. 10 years ago, which I think I know what they're talking about. I think they're talking about the Snyder stuff in here, like General Zod. Yes, I know with a lot of people who hate the Snyderverse, a lot of those people are going to hate that in this movie. I know that for a fact. Now, whether or not that's bad in this movie, we all have to see this as a general audience, but from what I heard, they balance it very well. And again, this is the only bad review that I've seen so far. There may be more on here if I really dig deep, but I really tried. I spent 20 minutes trying to look for a really bad review, and all of them have been the same thing. Went from great to being the best DC movie, which is crazy to me. What do you guys think of this news? Is this getting you more excited for hashtag the Flash movie? Like, share, and subscribe today to join the Azellization.